Add it up.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Pizza Talks. I'm your host, Theano, and I'm joined here with my co-host.
Giorgis?
Welcome back. Good to see you. Glad to have you here.
Yeah.
Yes. What's today's topic?
Well, today, as you have planned, the topic is mythology. And generally like ancient stuff and things.
Ancient stuff.
The cool things of
The
ancient times. So yeah, mythology. We have like many different ones to cover.
Where do you want to start from?
Well, obviously, Greek mythology, obviously.
Nationality.
Yeah, nationality. Big Greek supporter.
What is your favorite mythology myth? I don't know.
Generally, or like?
Like for Greek mythology. What is
Okay.
the one story that you like?
I mean, well, since I did take, my second semester, mythology as a subject,
He came prepared.
I was prepared for this. I got a B plus on that class. Sad.
Escape issue.
Yeah. One of the stories that really sticks to me, and I knew it from like way before, like from when we were children and we learned mythology in like primary school.
I think so.
Yeah.
I mean, we've all heard the like myths and the like riddles.
Yeah,
and
but you don't know like.
you
Yes,
know, the-
someone killed the Minotaur. Who was it? Like from the 50 Greek mythology heroes. But yeah, going to that.
You're 5 years old. Your mother is testing you on the stairs. Who killed the
Who
Minotaur?
killed the Minotaur? Tell me.
You're not eating dinner until you answer me.
Okay. Real. But yeah, my favorite myth is the whole myth about Theseus and like his adventures. Because Theseus represents like the young, lively hero, and he was portrayed and drawn very feminine-like. And there is even a story of when he reaches Athens for the first time after his whole journey to find his father. And that's according to like, the ancient texts we have. I know that from class. Thank you, Professor Myers. Yeah. When Theseus arrived in Athens, because he was wearing like a long, no, not the dress, like
Hitona.
yes, that.
That.
Uh,
Insert the translation.
Thanks for the extra editing work. But yeah, and he had very long hair and like jewelry. Construction workers started like catcalling him. And I think he did something like cartoon style to make them like fall from the scaffolding and get hurt, but it was the funny haha hurt, not killing them, maybe, I don't know. Anyways, but yeah, Theseus is a really cool
but
hero.
not funny. Haha. Funny. Go see a therapist.
Yeah. Theseus is a really fun hero because he represents a young hero, a fair hero, democracy, because Theseus was basically the Athenian propaganda for democracy. It was like, do democracy because Theseus said,
It's like the Captain America commercials.
yeah, basically,
Remember, if you're on fire, stop, drop, and roll.
and roll. But yeah, he did a lot of cool things. He killed a guy who was stretching or cutting people in the table.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, that is such a...
Procrustes. I don't try to translate that. I don't know.
That is such a awful... Like, I always, like, cringed when I was hearing
Yeah,
about the,
it
the
is,
stretching table.
Yeah, but he really
But they
did
really need it
pull
for
a-
my back, I think.
well. He did pull a cartoon thing on him because he was tied in the bed, and he was like, "Hey, you could probably use the bed," and tricked him into getting to his own bed, and then brutally killed him because like
We love sassy...
Yeah.
Sassy myth heroes. Okay, so Greek mythology has always been portrayed in high school like this, like, tragic or, like, mythical and mysterious. It's so quirky. It's so funny
Yeah,
to me. It's
depends also on the mythology part, because again, one thing from that I learned in class, you learn about like the Titanomachy and all that happened before the gods established their power and all. And then I learned that Hercules was also in the Titanomachy. And I was like, wait, isn't he like way after that? Because Zeus is already in power in his story. And my professor was like,
yeah, about that.
well, yeah, but we don't really have a canon storyline. And another thing,
We don't have a really canon
there were like
storyline.
4 primordial powers in the start.
Can we ask the Russo brothers BC? I don't know.
Maybe they know. I think they're still looking for it. I'm not sure. But yeah, there were like the 4 primordial powers, which were like chaos, night, something else, and Eros. Eros was one of the 4 largest powers in the start of the universe and being and creation and all that. We go to the first line of the gods, second line of the gods, third line of the gods, which Aphrodite comes in, and Eros is her son. Ayo.
Visible confusion.
I don't know. Some say that it's a different Eros, others say it's the same. I don't know, don't care. What's your favorite hero / story from like Greek mythology?
I love the story of Medusa.
Mm-hmm.
But I love it in the sense of that it's really sad and it's always being portrayed as something like really negative, and how Medusa was the monster that like he killed men in her cave. But like the actual story of Medusa is like really sad.
Well,
and I feel really bad for her.
I mean, it's another thing, like most people know Hercules for like the... What's the... in English, like...
Slaying?
Oh, no, what? No, like his trials. No, it's not trials.
I think it's trials.
Is it trials?
His battles? Yeah, I think it's trials.
Okay, trials. We'll roll with that.
Yeah, sure.
A lot of people know about them, but what they don't know is why he's doing those trials. Do you know why he's doing those trials?
Why?
Because he got enraged and enraged and killed his entire family. And he was like, damn, that happened.
Damn.
So if I do these trials, can I like be good, Zeus? And Zeus was like, yeah, I guess.
It's okay.
I mean, you did kill everyone, but...
Dude, Zeus is such a... I don't like Zeus. He's creeping me out.
Depends.
The whole summary of Greek mythology in my head was always, unfortunately, Zeus was horny. That's it.
That is very true, indeed. That is very true. But another part, we have early, whatever is early, period Zeus, which is like, he's younger, the new ruler, he just got the throne of Olympus, and he basically is, I am God, I am ruler, I am king, I do whatever I want. And that's like the period where flood, death of humanity, Prometheus and all that. That's that time period, let's say. And then we have the older Zeus, who has been in power for a long time, and he's like the image of peace, prosperity, power, true rulership, but like not with an iron fist, like democracy. And it's okay,
Democracy.
yeah, very democratic to do a lot of stuff to people and then
Blame them for it.
blame them for it. Oh,
Mansplaining. Guilt tripping Zeus.
I had a son.
Projecting myself.
I had a son with that woman. Okay, here's that son.
It's going right. He's,
Before, yeah, sorry.
no, I was just commenting on the fact that Zeus is like... it's like, it's the godly version of Freud in my head.
Probably, yeah. Before we change to another mythology, final thing that we have to include about Greek mythology, the Iliad and the Odyssey. Which one do you think is the best out of the two?
I hate both of them.
Okay, why? Like, why?
Because
Actually, why?
it was like really badly taught in my high school, so
Yeah, everyone.
I know, but like I didn't like it.
I mean, the
And
actual
then,
stories.
yeah, I know, but like, wait, I have actually beef with that. And then I skipped Antigone.
Yeah, no one cares about
Yeah,
Antigone.
because I was doing it in IB, and I'm currently doing Antigone right now in my summer course. It's been great.
Mythology was a great topic.
Mythology was a great topic. I think, I don't know. I guess Odyssea, because it's the only like text that I actually paid attention in class,
Okay.
and it was funny.
I don't know if funny is the...
You know what? I find it funny. I find all Greek tragedies funny because like it's so tragic that it's funny.
Yeah, okay, I can say that.
Because everything is going great and suddenly it's like, you know what? Death to everyone. And like minor inconvenience happens. Oh, suicide. Sounds great.
That is...
In Antigone, she commits suicide and then everybody dies. All of them.
Okay.
One after the other. They're like, okay, suicide it is.
That's
like,
probably
really
why
fun.
Antigone isn't as popular as the other two, because the other two have actual stories and good protagonists.
I mean,
And
Antigone does have a story.
yeah, but no one really cares. Let's be honest. Let's be honest. No one really cares.
Misogynistic much?
Okay, yeah, sure. It's probably that because, you know, it has a female lead. That's why I say it's bad. Not because probably the author, a man, wrote a bad story. Αντικειμενικally.
You got triggered. Sorry. Go on.
Anyways, I prefer the Iliad because it has cooler battles and cooler heroes, and Achilles and Patroclus. I mean, yeah.
Happy Pride!
Yeah, it is Pride Month.
Happy Pride, everyone.
Happy Pride.
Yes.
Um,
Shout out to the gays.
Not in Pride Month.
Not during Pride
yeah.
Month.
Different mythology.
But wait, are we gonna just pass over
I mean,
the gay thing? Are we not gonna?
it's the mythology episode, and okay, mythology is pretty gay. I mean,
Mythology is pretty gay.
most of the gods were. It was Pride Month all year around. That's what I'm gonna say.
They had one straight month.
Yeah.
That's where they cursed babies.
Jesus. But yeah. Happy Pride Month.
Happy Pride Month.
Next mythology.
Yeah. I know a lot about Japanese mythology.
Okay, that can also work.
What kind of mythology do you want to talk about? I mean, there's Egyptian mythology,
Yeah.
which is...
It's pretty cool. Like, it has...
I always liked Egyptian mythology.
Yeah, I like their gods better because, like, the animal
Yeah.
head thingy is pretty cool.
Yeah.
Also,
there's
they
like a-
did have... I think Osiris was, like, a god, like, for the
he
living.
was a god.
He was a god, dude. He was a god for the living, and then like he got murdered, and then became god of the underworld. So he kind of stole like the place of the jackal-headed guy, and that's kind of funny because I imagine it like, I'm god now. I'm the first undead. I'm god now.
What is that TikTok song that's like, I changed career paths?
I don't know about TikTok. I'm a pretty
Educated man.
educated individual to use TikTok. But yeah,
He doesn't get into this mentally ill.
yeah.
I'm not gonna say the word. I can't. It's gonna be bipped. Bipped.
Is it though? Can I get you cancelled if I don't do it?
I doubt it, but
I will
Kostas is gonna
try.
be mad at me.
Who cares? I mean, Happy Pride Month, Costa.
Happy Pride Month, Costa.
Anyways, other part of Egyptian mythology that you like a story or a favorite god.
I have a lot of favorite gods.
Yeah.
Oh my god. I don't know. I cannot choose one.
Okay, let's talk like about Ra. He was pretty cool.
The basic one.
I mean, no,
I mean,
he's pretty cool.
he's cool, but he's pretty basic. Rise is good. He was like the first god that I like actually learned about when I. Yeah, because he was the first god that I learned after like the Greek mythology. Because for some reason in my head, when I was like 10, I was like, okay, Greek mythology it is. That's it.
Yeah. I mean,
nobody else is
nobody
like
else.
Nobody else is a culture. Who cares about them? And then suddenly, like at 13, I was like, there's more.
There's more gods.
There's more gods.
Oh my god.
And they're cooler than us. Jeez.
Well, in some parts, I'd say we have some pretty cool moments. I've said this to you prior, but Dionysus is also the god of tearing apart things, mostly men. Like,
yes, I'm aware. We're pretty cool, but I don't know. Like, I always view Greek mythology as something more. I don't know. I don't like how the gods are like, oh, like this happens because, you know, God.
I mean, in the other mythologies too.
Yeah, but like in Greek mythology, I think is like so exaggerated. The fact that Zeus is gonna go down at like on Earth and we're like, oh, I'm gonna have this baby with her and this baby with him and this baby with them, and then.
I mean, he is a god.
He'll come back up, and then another god is gonna go do it, and then Zeus is gonna be mad.
No, I think that our gods in our mythology had more interactions with mortals than like other mythologies, because ancient Egyptian gods, Jesus, had more interactions between them, like battles with them, changing roles and all that. It's a different.
Yeah, but who cares about mortals? Sorry.
I mean, yeah, okay, that's fair.
Why would I care about Zeus's sexual relationships?
Okay, not only his sexual relationships. I mean, they are responsible for like the Iliad because they wanted to know who was the prettiest. Anyways.
Or what about the myth with Aphrodite and like Athena and all the other goddesses that like basically destroyed a man's life to find out. I mean, who's gonna get the apple?
No, that's the start of the Iliad.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, I mean that.
Yeah, but like
gods. It's we had our gods to explain things that couldn't be explained. That's why.
That's such a stupid excuse.
You're stupid. Also, we're at 19 minutes, so finish up with
Greek mythology.
Yeah, and the Egyptian mythology. A final thing about Egyptian mythology.
That is pretty cool, and I like their style.
Yeah, I mean.
They're so cool.
Their paintings, like.
Their paintings are amazing.
Amazing.
I love I love Egyptian mythology, like art.
Yeah.
Installations, like when I see it, it's incredible. Egyptian art is amazing. I'm fascinated by it.
We did have our heart attack. We did have our statues, which are like probably from the most superior, and then like the Roman ones, but the Roman ones copied us.
Yeah.
But like in art, our vases and all that, okay, they have decent art, some of them, but like the Egyptian art, that's the fine pieces of art.
Yeah, like it's so cool. Like I went to a museum in Dubai like during Easter. And there was like all this Greek section. I was like, oh, this is pretty interesting. And the vases. Yeah. So many vases. And then like you turn around and you like go to the Egyptian art and there's like a huge statue of a god. And I'm like, hi.
Well, most of our stuff got destroyed.
Yeah.
Because
or the
invasions.
British have them.
It's always the British. Okay.
What other mythology do you enjoy?
We can do Nordic. Or Eastern, like Japanese, you said previously? Whatever you...
We can do Nordic.
Okay.
In Japanese mythology, I just know some myths about, like, how, or Asian mythology in, like, general, and how, like, the world was, was created and how everything comes from a single egg and...
Yeah.
All that nice stuff.
Everyone had lore about, like, the creation of the world.
Yeah.
And it's kind of weird because you can take a lot of, like, biblical information from different cultures, like, their mythologies. And there is also, like, something that has been noticed is there are a lot of similarities in some stories about Athena and to the, like, Mother Mary. Like, yeah, I don't know. It's kind of interesting. It's weird, and
it's the crossover.
It is the crossover.
Oh my god.
The Greek gods were like, okay, Greece ain't it anymore. I'm gonna go to Jerusalem now. Start over. If you are very religious, yeah. If you're very religious, we are sorry.
We are so sorry.
But
like
yeah.
you came like you clicked to watch a mythology podcast.
Yeah.
Got what you expected.
Nordic mythology. Odin is bad.
He's a piece of something.
Yes. Well, not most, a lot. I'd say we have more evil, let's say.
Yeah, but like those are the fun ones.
Yeah, I'm not arguing that they're not fun, but like in Greek mythology, we didn't really have a big evil guy. Again, our editor interrupting us behind the cameras. We didn't really have a big bad guy except Hades.
Yeah.
Because ruler of the underworld and
democracy.
All that. Also that. But yeah, like in Nordic mythology, Thor he just murders.
Yeah.
Everyone.
He's so cool. I love Nordic mythology. I like the villain. The villain stories.
Also, they have Ragnarok, which is like big battle for the rewind time universe thingy.
For the rewind.
I don't know. I haven't even played like the new God of War, so I don't know all the lore, and they are pretty inaccurate, so who cares? But small like window. God of War games, like the original, were pretty accurate about like the Greek gods. They were exaggerated, obviously, and we have Kratos who screams at everything, which actually Kratos exists in like our mythology, but it's not the same Kratos.
What do you mean?
There is a character named Kratos. He's actually in the translations we had. I think his direct translation was like anger or something, but it is Kratos. We had a guy named Kratos, and he's basically a lackey of Zeus.
What?
Yeah, and he appears like in a play for Prometheus, and he forces Hephaestus to bind Prometheus into the rock and like badmouths him because you shouldn't have done something to like ignore Zeus. Anyways, end of tangent. Back to the
interesting.
Yeah, but
like fun fact of the day.
Yeah, but he's not as cool as Kratos from the games because Kratos from the games kills everything and everyone.
It's so. I feel really weird saying this, but it's so fun when you see like when you read mythology and like everybody like, you know, dies from the gods.
Yeah, it is.
It's like pretty cool because like nice.
Yeah, and
murder.
In the Nordic mythology they have like.
For legal reasons, this is a joke.
Yeah, obviously.
I do not support murder. I do not support murder.
As a lawyer, I'm gonna stop you there. Back to the Nordic mythology. They have all the cool things about like the realms and the different places and the big tree that connects it all, and like Asgard, the place of the gods, Jotunheim, the giants are there. Like that's cool. We didn't really. We just had like. There's an island that has Cyclops on it.
Oh my god, I'm sorry. Like, a small parenthesis. I'm so sorry for going back to Greek mythology. It's just like.
I mean, that's the only thing we can try a parallel to.
Yeah, but like I have such a bone to pick with the fact that I read a post somewhere that said that if you ever feel stupid, remember that in Greek mythology, like when you believe that the gods were on the top of a very climbable hill and nobody cared to look.
I mean, for the times, the mountain of Olympus wasn't really all that traversable for the times.
Yeah, but...
Okay, still. I mean, again, back to my class, the gods weren't really like a religion thing.
I know, but like...
They were like, yeah, gods exist.
Slay.
That was basically the thing. Stop behind the camera, stop.
We have Gio, our lovely editor behind the cameras, bugging us.
Yeah, like always.
It's okay. We love her.
Final thing about like Nordic mythology and all that, the different realms, the stories, the big end, let's say with Ragnarok and all. It's a different thing, and I like it because it kind of tells you, okay, when those people made those stories, dying from frostbite, they were pretty like, yeah, the gods are probably kind of evil. They had some good gods.
But like they had like if you think that like mortals actually like wrote the stories and all that, it's very logical to think that the gods are evil if like you believe that like I don't know how we believe that like the thunder comes from like
I mean whatever. Okay, we had thunderstorms, we had like the sea rising sometimes, but like probably ancient Greece, time of the mythology, the worst thing that could happen to you was probably slavery, not the weather. Nordic mythology, slavery, death by pillaging, and the weather. So makes sense. But another great parallel is Nordic mythology has giants, dwarves, elves, giant.
It's a D&D fan. It's a D&D paradise.
It is actually. It's also they are very different from the typical.
Yeah, am I the only person that whenever like I see Thor like the Marvel movie, I'm always like, oh, like this is a fun fact about Nordic mythology, like this and this like didn't connect exactly like that. For instance, like in Ragnarok, Loki and oh my god, I forgot the name. Like the Hela's like giant dog. I forgot his name. I'm so sorry. He's a really cute dog. Yeah. Do you remember Ragnarok? The movie from Marvel.
Sadly.
Yes. Where like Loki and Thor were fighting with Hela and like this like really big wolf. I don't remember his name.
Yeah, me neither.
Anyways, like fun fact, he's the son of Loki.
Fenrir.
Yes.
Fenrir, yeah.
He's the son of Loki.
He is the son of Loki.
And I was singing, I was like, inaccuracies.
Well, yeah. I also like in Marvel, Thor is just stupid and not murderous. He does have Mjolnir. Well, had Mjolnir. Spoiler. I don't know. Which, like, okay, I just gotta say,
15 years ago.
We had like mythological weapons and all that, like shield of Athena, spear of Athena, sword of Zeus, and all that. The lightning bolt. But the guy has a hammer that almost no one else can lift, and he can strike to like thunder.
Was I the only one that wanted? Do you remember the myth about like how like Athens like got the name Athens and like
the race between Athena and Poseidon? Yeah.
Yes. Was I the only one that was rooting for Poseidon?
No, Poseidon is my favorite Greek god.
I was rooting so hard for
also Poseidon in the ancient times was more known for being the god of like earthquakes and the land rather than the sea and the ocean.
Yeah, but like I don't know. When I heard the myth, I was like, like it would be really interesting if like
Poseidonia.
Yeah, wouldn't that be like so cool?
It would be cooler.
Wouldn't that be so much cooler?
It would be cooler. The dude has a trident. You don't see tridents a lot in any mythology, but the dude had a trident.
Yes, and now we have like an Aghia, and I don't know the name in English. Sorry.
Olive tree.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, okay, I like olives, but like, if I had a trident.
Wouldn't you feel so much cooler if you were saying to your international friends that you were living in Poseidonia and you were gifting them tridents?
Yeah, it would be cool. But like, okay, Athens also has the thing about cleverness, smartness, democracy. You get a bit of both.
Yeah, still.
Yeah.
Would be much cooler.
Yeah.
Living the Percy Jackson fantasy to an extent.
Well, final thing about any mythology, it's cool.
Yeah, it's really cool.
Go look it up, learn about the culture.
It's my favorite kind of history.
It is history in some part.
It is history, but like it's not like...
There are so many epics out there that are so cool. Like the Epic of Gilgamesh, one of the coolest epics ever. And it's like lost to time because no one wants to... Like from all the mythologies, I'd say Greek, Nordic nowadays, and since like a lot of people are now obsessed with Asian culture in the latest year, like Asian culture is getting some of that
recognition they deserve.
They deserve. But like things like Mesopotamia, they focus on the history but not like their mythology, like the Epic of Gilgamesh and like all those things are so cool.
I always wanted a mythology course in high school.
Yeah,
Because, okay,
it would be so good.
History is cool. History is fine. But like mythology, learning about like both of the things, like,
Yeah.
oh my god. We could have learned history from mythology. It would be so much cooler.
It would have been really cool, but yeah, sadly, school system, bad, very bad. Okay, so, end of episode. Glad you were here.
Thank you for watching. Thank you for joining me once more. Something that we didn't mention, the events of the week are down in the description below, like always, so go check them out. But yeah, thank you for joining me. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you next Monday.
Bye.
Bye.
Jesus, my ears, my ears.
I hit my nails.